Do you love bread, but are trying to keep your blood sugar under control? Then this video is for you. Welcome to our channel, where we talk about health, nutrition, and the best choices for people living with diabetes. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that has definitely raised a lot of questions out there. What is the best bread for people with diabetes? Many people think that after being diagnosed with diabetes, bread needs to disappear completely from their plate. But the truth is that there are much healthier alternatives than traditional white bread, and they can definitely be part of a balanced diet without putting your health at risk or causing blood sugar spikes. In this video, you will discover 4 amazing bread options that help lower blood sugar with simple, practical, and evidence-based explanations. We're going to show how these breads can be incorporated into your daily routine, give you tips on how to consume them, and also warn you about what you need to check on the label before buying. Understanding the impact of different types of bread on the body is essential, especially for those living with type 1 or type 2 diabetes. That's because the carbohydrates in bread are one of the main sources of energy for the body. But they can also be villains when consumed the wrong way or in excess. Now tell me, have you ever tried replacing French bread with a healthier option? Was it difficult? Did you miss the taste or texture? Leave it here in the comments, because we want to hear about your experience. So grab your coffee, unsweetened of course, get comfortable and come with me to discover the 4 best bread alternatives for people with diabetes. 1 whole grain bread with seeds and grains. Let's start our list with a fairly well-known alternative, but one that deserves the spotlight when it comes to diabetes. Whole grain bread with seeds and grains. It's a much more nutritious option and can offer several benefits for blood sugar control. Unlike white bread, which goes through a refining process and loses practically all the fiber present in wheat, whole grain bread retains that fiber. And why is that important? Because fiber is essential for slowing down the absorption of carbohydrates in the body, which helps avoid dreaded glucose spikes after meals. Now, when we talk about a whole grain bread that also includes seeds like flaxseed, chia, sunflower or pumpkin, and grains like oats and quinoa, the benefit is even greater. These seeds are rich in healthy fats, such as omegas, and also contribute more fiber and nutrients that are important for heart and gut health. Studies show that a diet high in fiber is directly associated with a better insulin response and a reduction in blood sugar levels. And the best part is that this type of bread usually has a lower glycemic index, which means it releases glucose more slowly into the bloodstream. Can you include this type of bread in your daily routine? 1 slice at breakfast, paired with a source of protein like scrambled eggs, white cheese, or even chickpea spread, is an excellent combination. It can also be used for an afternoon snack with mashed avocado and a drizzle of olive oil on top. In addition, this bread can be the base for natural sandwiches, healthy toasts, or even to accompany soups at dinner. It's highly versatile and allows for variety in your menu without giving up on flavor. Whole grain bread with seeds and grains is a powerful option for those who want to maintain a balanced diet, rich in nutrients and with lower glycemic impact. It's tasty, easy to find, and can be a great ally in your routine. 2. Almond flour bread. Our second alternative is perfect for those looking to control blood sugar more strictly or following a low-carb diet. This option has gained a lot of popularity among people with diabetes, precisely because it has a much lower glycemic impact than traditional breads. Almond flour is rich in healthy fats, especially omega-9, fiber, and protein. And the best part, it contains virtually no simple carbohydrates. But why is this so important for people with diabetes? Because by lowering the glycemic load of the meal, this type of bread helps prevent blood sugar spikes and also promotes a greater feeling of fullness. In other words, you eat less, feel less hungry, and still take care of your health. Additionally, almonds have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help prevent common diabetes complications, such as cardiovascular problems and insulin resistance. Almond flour bread is usually made with just a few ingredients: eggs, olive oil or coconut oil, baking powder, and some thickener like psyllium or coconut flour. It's super versatile, can be made in small individual portions or in a loaf to slice, and is excellent for replacing bread at breakfast or in the afternoon snack. Nowadays, you can also find ready-made versions in health food stores and specialty markets. When made at home, it's possible to add natural seasonings like oregano, paprika, fine herbs, or even a bit of grated Parmesan cheese for extra flavor. The result is a soft, tasty, and highly functional little bread. Another positive point is that this type of bread is naturally gluten-free. This is great not only for those with intolerance, but also for anyone looking for an anti-inflammatory diet. And if you're wondering about the taste, it's mildly sweet but very subtle. It pairs really well with savory fillings and can also be heated in a skillet or toaster to get a crispy crust. Almond flour bread is a flavorful, nutritious, and extremely effective alternative for those who want to keep their blood sugar under control. It's simple to make, has an amazing texture, and can transform your eating routine without giving up the pleasure of good food. 3. Homemade oat bread. Now on to our third alternative, and it's perfect for those who like something simple, nutritious, and easy to prepare. Homemade oat bread. This is truly a wild card in the diet of people with diabetes, as oats offer a range of benefits for glycemic control and overall health. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that forms a kind of gel in the stomach, slowing the absorption of carbohydrates and glucose. This means that oat bread helps keep blood sugar levels more stable throughout the day, preventing spikes and sudden drops that can be harmful. Oats are also a source of protein, minerals like iron and magnesium, and B-complex vitamins, which help with metabolism and the functioning of the nervous system. In addition, it has a noteworthy effect in reducing bad cholesterol, which is excellent for cardiovascular health, something that deserves a lot of attention for people with diabetes. Homemade oat bread can be prepared in several ways. One of the simplest versions uses just rolled oats, eggs, a bit of plain yogurt or plant-based milk, baking powder, and a drizzle of olive oil. You mix everything, pour it into a small baking dish and bake it. In just a few minutes, you have a warm, nutritious bread with no additives. Another advantage is that you can customize the recipe to your taste. Want a more neutral flavor? Use seasonings like salt and herbs. Prefer a slightly sweet touch? A pinch of cinnamon and some mashed banana can make all the difference. And the best part is that this type of bread doesn't need wheat flour. Besides being naturally more nutritious, it also tends to be better tolerated by the body, precisely because it has a lower glycemic index. This oat bread is a great option for breakfast or an afternoon snack. It can be eaten plain, with a bit of white cheese, avocado spread, or even shredded chicken. Its texture is slightly soft, making it ideal for those who don't enjoy very dry or hard breads. Homemade oat bread is simple, quick, nutritious, and highly functional. An incredible alternative to include in your routine without giving up flavor and with full focus on your health. 4. Cloud bread. And to wrap up our list on a high note, let's talk about an option that is light, unique, and has been gaining more and more popularity among people with diabetes. The name already gives away its main characteristic. It is extremely light, soft, and literally melts in your mouth. Its texture really resembles a cloud, and that's what makes it so special. But it's not just the texture that makes it an excellent option. Cloud bread is basically made from eggs, plain yogurt, and baking powder. It doesn't contain wheat flour or any other type of flour, which means it's completely free of refined carbohydrates and has an almost zero impact on blood sugar. This is excellent news for those with diabetes who need to avoid blood sugar spikes. Since this bread is practically composed of protein and healthy fats, it helps keep you full longer without raising glucose levels. The preparation is very simple. Just separate the egg whites from the yolks, beat the egg whites with a bit of baking powder until stiff peaks form. Then gently fold in the yolks mixed with the plain yogurt. The mixture is spooned into small portions onto a baking sheet and baked until golden. The result is a light little bread that can be used as a base for sandwiches, burgers, or even as a side for soups and salads. It's also a great option to replace traditional toast at breakfast. One of the biggest advantages of cloud bread is that it's very versatile. You can add seasonings like oregano, rosemary, garlic powder, or even a bit of grated Parmesan to give it that special touch. If you want a sweeter version, you can use a natural sweetener and a dash of cinnamon. Because it contains no gluten or lactose, it's a safe option for those with these dietary restrictions. And since it doesn't use any flour, it's an excellent choice for those following a ketogenic diet. This bread is a light, versatile, and blood sugar-friendly alternative, perfect to include in your menu in a creative and tasty way. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth testing out. So did you enjoy discovering these 4 bread alternatives that are friendly to blood sugar? If you've made it this far, congratulations on investing in your knowledge and in taking care of your health. Each of these alternatives offers unique benefits, but they all have one thing in common. They promote a more mindful, nutritious, and safe diet for those living with diabetes. And the most important thing is that you don't have to give up flavor to take care of your health. If you liked this video, make sure to like it, share it with someone who needs this information, and subscribe to the channel. That really helps us bring this content to more people who want to learn how to care for their health in a light, conscious way, without nutritional fear-mongering. Stay tuned for the next videos, because there's still lots of great content coming your way. Thank you for staying with us, and we hope these tips inspire you to take even better care of yourself. A big hug, take care, and see you next time.